So now I want to show you a faster way of doing things. So there are two ways of speeding it up. So let me show you the first way you can speed things up. I'm going to go back to frame 0. And now I'm going to press on this record button, which is the auto keyframing. So if I press on auto keyframing, it's going to turn red. Now watch what happens in the corner. If I take the cube and then move it up and then not confirm the movement, you can see Blender is warning me over here that there's auto keyframing on. Now it means that whenever I move a cube on the other side, somewhere over here, it's automatically going to place a keyframe. So now if I take the cube, for example, on frame 20, and then move this here, you can see it's confirmed that the location is changed without me having to press on K and then change the location. Now I can also go to frame 30, for example, and then change the location, rotation, and scale, and the Blender is going to remember everything because we already set a location rotation keyframe in the beginning. So now if I move here, it's going to remember everything. That's a pretty fast way to create animation. I can move this here, go here, move this here, scale it down, rotate it, and create a bunch of weird animations without having to press on K all the time. But in order for this to work, in order for auto keyframing to work, you first always need to set a keyframe on frame 0. So I'm going to delete all of these keyframes, and then I'm going to press on Alt R, Alt G, Alt S. And then before you start and go ahead and press on I, make sure you go here and then tell Blender that you need to keyframe all of these values. So I'm going to hover over the timeline, press on A and click on delete. This is going to delete all the keyframes, right? Now I'm going to press on K and then select the location, rotation, and scale. And then I told the Blender that from now on, I want to turn on auto keyframing and then keyframe all of these values automatically. So if I go to frame 25, press on G, R, S, you can see that everything is confirmed without me having to press on X manually. And now, by the way, I turned on proportional editing accidentally, so I'm going to press on O and turn it off. By the way, these things here are called the keyframes. And the keyframes are basically the cornerstone of animation. Now, you can manipulate the keyframes the same way you manipulate the objects. What I mean by that is you can select them by left click, or you can box select around them. You can move them by pressing G, but you cannot really rotate them. If I press on R, I get this menu, which is a bit more advanced and I don't really use it all the time. If I press on S, I can scale up the keyframes, which means that I can change the speed of the animation, and that's a bit more advanced, and we're going to go through that later in this animation. But what we really want to do is know how to move around the keyframes for now. So these diamond shapes are called keyframes, so I can left click to select them, G to move them, and that's it. So if I left click to confirm, I'm going to move this on a different location. So now if I move this all the way to 90, my animation is going to become a lot slower. So the cube is going to take longer to reach this point. But if I move this to frame 30, the cube is going to reach this point a lot faster. It's going to take 1 second instead of 3 seconds. So I hope you get the idea. I hope you're following along, and I hope you're getting the hang of the animation basics. But now I'm going to show you an even faster way of animating.